I'm at Little Caesars in Calhoun, Georgia. Yeah, I had an online order. The number's 817.
What was the name?
Joe Desavedra.
Alright, go ahead and pull it to the window.
Is that one?
Yeah.
Two, let me...
Dipping sauces or Parmesan?
No, we're good.
Bye.
Thank you. All right, I got the Quattro pizza. I got a thin bacon pizza for my wife because that's her favorite. And because they messed up my order, I ended up with a whole nother thin pepperoni pizza. So let's get on over to the Fairmount studios of Joe is Hungry. Hello and welcome to the Joe is Hungry laboratory and studios in the friendly city of Fairmount, Georgia. Today we've been to Little Caesars and we're going to try out their new Quattro pizza. The Quattro pizza is nothing but a pizza with 4 different sets of toppings cut in quarters. You can usually go to any pizza place and get that done and choose your toppings. This is a special and it costs $7 and it's pretty much fixed with what you get. I say it looks pretty good. It has plenty of toppings. It really smells nice. You can count on that. And you can see the 4 different kinds of toppings. You basically get this very nice looking pizza. 1/4 of it is sausage, pepperoni, and bruschetta seasoning. The second one is sausage and pepperoni. The 3/4 is pepperoni pizza. And the 4th is cheese pizza. That's what you get for $7. And today, I'm starving to death. Is that abnormal? I think not. I've had to work a long weekend. I worked nights. I worked 4 12-hour shifts in a row. I slept all day, and I'm ready to eat. Clear the palate and subject this to the Joe bite test. Before we can test it, we are obligated to eat the fall-offs. Your typical pork sausage, good flavor, good seasoning, not too salty, pretty good for some topping fall-offs. I think we're gonna go all out and try the bruschetta, pepperoni, and sausage pizza. It is not thin crust pizza. That one piece of pizza has some heft to it, some girth, some wiggliness. It looks pretty good. So let's go on out and take care of the Joe bite test. I love the sausage. The sausage and the pepperoni really go good together. The crust is chewy and fresh. They definitely cook all this to order, unless you're gonna get it hot to go. They cook them and they keep them in a hot oven for that. But anybody that eats here knows that. I've never been a great fan of Little Caesars pizza. I always thought of them as frozen pizza reheated, but that's actually not true. They put out a very good, affordable product. This is an example of that. I actually like this pizza. I like the one with everything, with the extra seasoning on it. It works pretty well for me. The sauce kind of has a vinegariness to it. It's kind of a mild, blandish kind of sauce. But then again, it's standard sauce. There's probably not a soul that hasn't eaten at Little Caesars Pizza. Next, we're gonna try the pizza with pepperoni and sausage without the bruschetta. Bite test number 2. I can definitely tell the bruschetta is not there. I can taste the cheese, the sauce is coming out a little bit more. I got some good bites of the sausage. Let's move on to bite test number 3, the straight pepperoni. Are we ready? I'm getting a little more cheese with that. I can again taste their mild sauce a little bit better. And of course, I love pepperoni, so it's definitely something I like. And last but not least, we're gonna try the cheese pizza with the standard seasoning. Got a little bit of a spiciness to it, but not hot like per se. I like the cheese. So, for $7 for this, it's a good meal. I would give it about a 6.5 or 7 as compared to all other pizzas that I've eaten. For a value, it's excellent. $7 for this, with all this meat and this seasoning, you can't beat it. Not possible. It's Little Caesars. They've always had a good value on everything they have. Shout out goes to y'all for doing a heck of a good job over there at Little Caesars in Calhoun. We're going to leave the remainder sit in the refrigerator overnight in its original box without putting it in plastic wrap and see how it survives and whether it's microwavable. So we will see you in the morning after. Welcome to the morning after show, where we reheat, reevaluate, and check out the stuff we had the day before after it's been in the refrigerator overnight and microwaved. We have the Little Caesars Quattro pack here. I have 4 slices left over from yesterday, obviously, and actually, and unfortunately, the same Diet Coke from yesterday. Warm and flat. Anyway, without wasting any more time, let's see if this stuff did all right overnight in the refrigerator. First, because it's on top, we're gonna do the straight pepperoni. The flavor is diluted a little bit. The crust is a little fluffier, not crispy, as it has absorbed the moisture overnight. Let me take another bite. I can still taste the sauce. It leaves sort of a sweet taste. But again, diluted because it's soaked into the crust, which is now bread. Fortunately for me, I'm pretty hungry this morning. It wouldn't be a breakfast without warm Diet Coke. Now for the piece of pizza with the sausage, pepperoni, and prosciutto. Let's give it a taste test and see what it did overnight. It actually survived a little bit better than the straight pepperoni. There's more taste left over. I think it's probably the prosciutto that is bringing it out, and I think there's some extra spices on it, but it still has a little bit of a zing to the flavor, and is a little bit more satisfying, maybe in a little bit of an oily way, and a little more flavorful way. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble talking. I did just get out of bed. On to taste test number 3. We're gonna do the sausage and pepperoni pizza. It, like slice number 1, sort of falls a little flat, like the flavor has got absorbed back into the crust. The sausage tends to rescue it a little bit from that, but not quite enough to pull it out of the river. Last but not least, let's go for the cheese pizza. The cheese pizza, like door number 1 and door number 3, fall a little flat. They don't hold their flavor as well overnight. The consistency of the crust is more chewy than it is like crusty crust. Between the different types of pizza, I'm gonna give it to the one that has a sausage, pepperoni, and prosciutto on it. It maintains its taste overnight a lot better and actually leaves a satisfying aftertaste in my mouth, kind of a tangy, vinegary kind of taste. Don't expect it to taste and have the texture of hot and ready to go, but it is still edible. Overall, in the 1 to 10, it takes it down a good 2 notches. The only piece that saved the day was the one with the prosciutto, because it seems to retain the flavor, and I'm sure it is the prosciutto that is responsible for that. So, if you find this content interesting, if maybe you even find it entertaining, feel free to subscribe and support the channel, because that's really what makes the channel work. Until then, we will see you in the next video. I just like crunchy stuff, that's all. I scored a free pizza because